Have you ever wondered why we age? From the moment we're born, our bodies are in a constant state of change. We grow, we mature, and then inevitably we begin to decline. Our hair turns gray, our skin wrinkles, and our energy fades. It feels like an unstoppable force of nature, a biological clock ticking down with every passing second. But what if it isn't? What if aging is not a destiny, but a disease? A problem that science can solve. Let's dive deep into our bodies, down to the microscopic level. Inside each of us are trillions of cells, the fundamental building blocks of life. For a long time, these cells divide and replicate, keeping us healthy and vibrant. But there's a catch. At the very tips of our chromosomes are protective caps called telomeres. Think of them like the plastic tips on your shoelaces. Every time a cell divides, these telomeres get a little bit shorter. Eventually, they become so short that the cell can no longer divide safely, so it either dies or enters a state called senescence. These senescent cells, often called zombie cells, don't die, but they don't function properly either. They linger in our tissues, releasing inflammatory chemicals that damage nearby healthy cells, accelerating the aging process throughout the body. But it's not just about telomeres. Inside our cells, tiny power plants called mitochondria are constantly working to produce energy. A byproduct of this energy production is the creation of unstable molecules known as free radicals. These renegade molecules bounce around inside our cells, damaging our DNA, proteins, and other cellular machinery. Over a lifetime, this accumulated DNA damage leads to mutations and errors, causing our cellular systems to malfunction. Imagine a photocopier making copies of copies. Over time, the quality degrades until the image is barely recognizable. That's what happens to our genetic blueprint. So why can't our bodies just fix all this damage? Well, for a while they do. Our bodies are equipped with amazing repair systems that constantly patrol for and correct DNA errors. Our immune system is designed to clear out damaged and senescent cells. But as we get older, these systems become less efficient. The rate of damage starts to outpace the rate of repair. It is like trying to bail water out of a boat with a hole that keeps getting bigger. This systemic decline affects everything. Our immune system weakens, making us more susceptible to infections. Our blood vessels stiffen, increasing the risk of heart disease. In our brains, neurons shrink, and the connections between them, the synapses, weaken, affecting our memory and cognitive function. We lose muscle mass, our bones become more brittle, and our organs slowly lose their ability to function at peak performance. The intricate, well-oiled machine of our youth begins to rust and break down. But here's where the story takes an exciting turn. For decades, scientists have been working to understand these mechanisms, not just to watch them happen, but to intervene. What if we could slow aging down? We're already discovering ways to do just that. One of the most promising areas of research involves a molecule called NAD+. It's a critical coenzyme involved in cellular energy production and DNA repair. As we age, NAD+ levels plummet. But studies suggest that boosting NAD+ levels, either through supplements or lifestyle changes, can rejuvenate our mitochondria and enhance our body's repair capabilities. And it's not just about miracle molecules. We have powerful tools at our disposal right now. Exercise isn't just good for your heart. It improves blood flow, stimulates muscle growth, and even helps clear out cellular debris. Optimized sleep is when your brain and body perform their most critical cleanup and repair functions. Even what and when you eat plays a huge role. Caloric restriction and intermittent fasting have been shown to trigger a process called autophagy, which is essentially the body's cellular recycling program. It clears out old, damaged proteins and cell parts, making way for new, healthy ones. By combining these strategies, we can actively support our body's defenses against the ravages of time. Slowing aging is one thing, but what about reversing it? This might sound like pure science fiction, but recent breakthroughs suggest it could one day be a reality. In 2006, a Japanese scientist named Shinya Yamanaka discovered 4 specific genes that could turn any adult cell back into a stem cell and embryonic-like cell capable of becoming any other cell type. These are now known as the Yamanaka factors. Scientists are now experimenting with a technique called partial reprogramming. Instead of turning cells all the way back to an embryonic state, they're using these factors to turn the clock back just enough to make old cells biologically younger, without losing their specialized identity. In groundbreaking experiments, old mice treated with this therapy showed signs of rejuvenation. Their organs functioned better, they had fewer age-related diseases, and they even lived longer. The goal is to develop therapies that could one day rejuvenate our own cells, essentially smoothing out wrinkles from the inside out and restoring youthful function to our tissues and organs. We are at the dawn of cellular rejuvenation. So, where does this all lead? Imagine a future where aging is no longer an inevitability. A future where we don't just live longer, but stay healthier for longer. This is the ultimate goal: to end aging forever. Picture a world where nanobots patrol our bloodstream, repairing cellular damage in real time. Imagine AI-driven gene editing technology that instantly corrects DNA mutations before they can cause problems. Organs that fail are not a death sentence, but simply replaced with new ones, grown from our own cells in a lab. In this future, a person's age would just be a number, not a predictor of their health or vitality. Humans could live healthy, active lives to 120, 150, or perhaps even longer. It raises profound questions about our society, our planet, and what it means to be human. But the science is clear. We are on the cusp of rewriting the rules of biology. From a biological inevitability to a solvable technical problem, that is the new story of aging. The research is moving faster than ever, and with every discovery, we get one step closer to a world where we don't just treat the diseases of aging, but aging itself. A world where our children and grandchildren might ask, "Can you believe people used to get old and sick?" The question is no longer if we can stop aging, but when. How long do you want to live? Thanks for watching. If you found this journey into the future of health fascinating, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay updated on our latest explorations into the frontiers of science.